Lola Literacy with procrastination. As you can probably hear, I am from a location. I am from a place with many people. Actually, I don't think I need to make the sound right, so I'm going to be quiet most of this time, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you where we're broadcasting from because these people have been very nice to let us come in here and set up all our equipment and scare the people who just want to drink their coffee and beer in peace. We're from a place called and I am going to share a picture, right? If I can get that up. I'm talking of time to get that up. Screen share. Here we go. Alrighty. Have a lot of they have hold on, I'm going to unshare this so I can show you what Jaimee and I are drinking. I'm going to get back to the now. I'm going to stop. Alright. This is what we started with. Very wonderful dogfish head. It has wasabi in it, which you would think that would be really gross in a beer, but it's freaking awesome. This is what. And we also have Lagunitas for later. We have a freaking bottle. Jamie, do you have that? You want to show that bottle?
That's there it is. Lagunitas sucks.
Well, we
deliciousness.
Alrighty, so
can you see it? There we go.
Is Jamie talking? I can't hear anything.
Oh, yeah, it's delicious. It's got this ridiculous brown sugar flavor that I'm. The wasabi was beautiful too. It has a great wasabi horseradish finish that I didn't think I would like, but it was wonderful.
I like the sucks. That's one of my favorites.
It's very good. I have a glass of that.
Yeah, right before we got here, we had read an article about the sucks being a great winter beer. And when we got here, they had it, so we're like, obviously we have to try it. It's really a great beer. I'm enjoying it thoroughly.
Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and talk about what Ashley and Vicki are drinking ourselves. I'm Lola. We have Jaimee Driscoll. She's the one who showed us the Lagunitas sucks. Victoria Peterson and Ashley Bauer. Vicki and Ashley, go ahead and tell us what you're drinking.
All right, I'm having, I didn't bring the bottle in here, but I'm having Deschutes Chasing Freshies. It's a great seasonal IPA. I love it. Are you having anything, Ashley?
I'm not having anything tonight, no. I'm taking a night off.
That's okay, Ashley. I don't blame you. I was alcohol free yesterday because I just needed my brain needed to reset.
Exactly. You just have to have some time off sometimes.
Yep.
Yeah. I just needed to kind of let my brain decompress for a little bit, and my liver and whatever else is affected by all the beer and wine that I drink. All right, tonight we're going to be. Oh, we got Ashley's kitty. Oh my God, I love that cat. Look at the baby. Is that a he or a she?
It's a he. His name is Nelson.
He is posing. Look at him. He's posing.
Yes, instead of beer tonight, I have a Nelson. Nelson is named after the hop, Nelson Sauvin.
He looks like a pale ale. I say he might be a Goza.
Yeah.
Definitely a Goza. He's not too light, but he's not a red ale either.
No.
I got to meet Jamie's 3 cats tonight. 2 came right up to me. They just loved on me. The other one, she was a little shy. All right. Well, Jaimee, you're muted.
So we'll talk about merchandise then?
Sure.
Jaimee, I think you were muted a minute ago.
I was. I'm good now.
Huh?
I'm good now. I fixed it.
Okay. All right. What we're talking about today, we're going to talk about merchandising. The reason that we've been thinking about that is, of course, we are an organization, we're Craft Beer Nation, and our goal is to have a presence in the craft beer community, and we want people to be able to readily identify ourselves, and we also want to show our pride in ourselves by wearing merchandise. But we want to make sure we get it right. I think, are you there? Am I here?
You are.
I am? Okay, good. So we want to be able to have merchandise that we can either give to people so that they can, kind of identify us and remember us, or stuff that people can purchase if they want to. But we want to make sure it's good quality. We want to make sure it's what we want and what other people want, and we want to make sure it's cost effective. So what I figured we'd do is we take each popular item and talk about it, talk about what we like and what we don't like. And then at the end, if there's something else that we haven't mentioned, of course, we'll take some time so that people can talk about their favorite items. So let me get my spreadsheet out so I can remember what we're going to talk about first.
Awesome.
All right, we're going to talk about hats first. Now, since I need to mute myself soon so that everyone can hear me, I'll go ahead and screen share a hat that I found that I liked. So, all right, I live in the South, and every other Bubba has a ball cap. And I don't want to look like a Bubba. I don't know about y'all, but I want to look like a lady. I want to look cool. I want to be warm. I want to be stylish. So I found this. I think this is awesome.
Yeah.
Put like the logo on the top. Sew it on, maybe like a patch.
It's a good
Now,
idea.
it would probably, yeah, it would probably be expensive because these hats themselves are probably, looks like they're $28 each, and you'd have to get a patch to sew on, so it wouldn't be. But this is the kind of thing that if we wanted to, we could buy ourselves and wear, and feel good about ourselves, and people would be like, hey, what's Craft Beer Nation? We'd be like, well, let me tell you, sit down and have a beer, and I'll tell you all about Craft Beer Nation. So this is the kind of thing I would wear.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like that too.
I like it, except it's not a practical where I live.
Yeah. It's
My
very...
boys would like it.
Aw.
Well, in Florida,
Yeah, in colder climates, Go ahead.
Here, I'll tell you what. I'm going to mute myself. First, I'm going to unshare my screen. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. I am going to mute myself, and then I'm going to let y'all take over this topic.
Alrighty. So we're talking about hats. I don't wear.
I know hats are quite popular. I tend to wear the normal boy kind myself, but I did when I was younger. I used to like to put my ponytail through the back of the hat. That was kind of cool.
But when I go to events, I'm not usually wearing a hat.
Yeah, no.
I love well-made hats. I wear hats often, and I don't mind a baseball cap at all. And I am definitely guilty of the ponytail through the back part. As long as the hat's made from a nice cotton cloth and it's not that weird trucker mesh and plastic weird thing.
I agree.
I think that a well-made baseball cap is a great choice. But I love that cotton beanie. I think in Florida it's a little bit of a stretch to wear, but it doesn't mean that, it still gets cold here. But I would probably go baseball cap before I'd go knit. Either way, though, they're cute. And if you like hats, having a hat as an option is a good choice.
Yeah, I think those
Lola
are more.
pointed out a good point. Like,
Go ahead.
sorry, go ahead.
I just think those are maybe more for guys.
The beanies, the knit cap.
Just hats in general. I don't think us as girls are necessarily going to be sporting a baseball cap or hat of any other kind. My opinion.
I definitely think that gender-wise, men are probably more likely to wear one than women are. I think you're right there.
Yeah, I see lots of guys in hats all the time. I mean, it's not like I can't wear one. I don't tend to. I like the ones like the beanies that fit my head pretty tightly and whatnot. And there aren't a lot of beer ones like that. I've seen one or two, but I need to buy one.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I agree.
One of my favorite things, though, is hoodies. I love hoodies. Especially this time of year.
This is the perfect time to wear hoodies.
Yes.
Yep.
And I even wear the hood sometimes, which is like a hat. Sort of. Yeah.
Keeps you warm.
It does. No, they're wonderful, and I like the zip up kind versus kind that's big on the pullover. Messes up my hair, and I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like the pullover kind because sometimes you get hot and you want to take your hoodie off and it's too hard if it's a pullover because you're sitting there and you're stuck in it and you're like, help, help. I'd much rather it be zip down. And sometimes you just want it to be zip down. You just want to kind of maybe hook it a little bit but have it open because it's not too cold.
Exactly.
Yep. I agree. Hoodies are awesome.
Ashley, where would you put the craft beer logo?
Right here on the, I guess, upper left part of the shirt.
Now that's something probably just the members would do. That's probably not something that a casual fan of ours would do because they're usually $50?
Yeah, 40 or 50.
Yeah.
And I mean, if we got bulk, it might be cheaper, but not that many people would probably go in on it. So we'd probably be looking at $50 each.
Oh yeah.
But it would be nice, and if you do this a lot, you're always going to events. And so if it's something that we plan on wearing a lot, it would be worth it.
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, and we can segue into T-shirts if you want to, because with T-shirts, I'm very particular about T-shirts. I don't really like short sleeve T-shirts, but I don't have much of a choice, so I will wear them if there's nothing else. But I prefer soft shirts. This is a big thing with me. I like shirts that feel nice and soft and a little bit worn, but not threadbare. I don't like those T-shirts that are really and almost like burlappy. I don't like those kinds.
No, you want it to be comfortable for sure. The problem is that not too many people make women's shirts. Usually they're unisex T-shirts.
It's gotten a lot better, though, I have to say. When I first got into this hobby, I pretty much never found women's shirts.
Right.
And now, I'd say 30 or 40% of the time I do, which is wonderful.
Sure.
And we would want to make sure it's high quality. We don't want the kind of thing where the craft beer logo starts cracking after a few washings. You definitely want good quality.
Those are the iron-on kind. Those would be the iron kind of logos. If you embroidered, it wouldn't do that.
Yeah, we don't want that.
More money.
Yeah, so we would want it to be high quality, which would probably mean, maybe $25 each, something like that? that's something that everyone might be able to do at some point. And most people have a need for a t-shirt. It's just we would want to find types that flatter both men and women, or have a choice between more female type oriented shirts and more male oriented shirts.
Yes.
Now, Kristen had some ideas on this, and I don't want to forget her ideas. She couldn't be with us tonight, but she did post a lot. Before we move on, about hats, she said she doesn't wear hats, so it sounds like she's a lot with y'all. The only hats she wear are wintertime hats. Oh, this is becoming unbearably loud. She says she likes unisex shirts, and she doesn't want the shapeless kind because they don't flatter you. But she doesn't want the kind that's going to push her assets up to heaven because she doesn't need that. She gets by on her smarts. She doesn't need to get by and push her boobies up.
Okay, as a lady who has the smarts but also doesn't mind showing off the girls.
That's fine.
The thing that bothers me is that there's a lot of people use American Apparel for their t-shirts, and those shirts tend to be cheaply made. They run like a size smaller than they actually are, which for some people is fine. But most of the time, if a place sells American Apparel shirts, there will not be anything that fits me. That's, if I want to buy a piece of merchandise, I feel like, I get that I am not a standard size, but I would like to be accommodated. And when you pick a brand that's well known, that doesn't necessarily mean that that's the best service to your consumer. So it's the place where you're actually sourcing the shirt itself is an important choice.
It is, because you don't want something that's cheap and that's going to fall apart and that's going to be just threadbare. You want to make sure it's good quality and that it fits well. And like you said, Jaimee, if I order whatever size, I want it to be that size. I don't want to be shamed if I order a size and it's really 2 sizes too less, too small. I would much rather it scale up a little bit and it'd be a little looser than I thought. Because at least then I can work with that.
I've had a lot of good luck with the Bella women's t-shirts, but they also tend to run small, just like the American Apparel ones. So, and sometimes they don't go any larger than large, and that would be kind of frustrating for people who are larger than me. So I can understand that.
Yeah, that would be frustrating for a lot of people. It would probably leave a lot of people out.
Well, I feel like as a beer drinker, we tend to be maybe a little bit bigger than, say, some of the smaller ladies who don't drink beer.
Yes.
So they need to accommodate us.
We're larger than life. We fill a room, both personalized and physically.
We
make our presence. I know. We're not necessarily thinking about getting into our size 6 dress. We're just not thinking about that. We're thinking about getting into our car and getting home. But concerned about being petite princesses.
No.
We're the queens. We're not the princesses.
Right.
So yeah, that's something we would need to research.
Yeah.
But t-shirts are useful in the fact that you can sport your logo. It's relatively inexpensive to get them made, and everyone can wear one sometime somewhere.
Yeah.
So
it's like pizza. It's what most people agree on.
Right.
It's not going to please everybody.
Well, and it's an accepted thing. It's if you go to a brewery or whatever and they have merchandise, you expect them to have t-shirts.
Yep.
It's the kind of thing that if you're selling things, it's one of the things you don't have to, but you kind of have to.
It's standard. Yeah, it's the one thing people look for. It's like the default item for merchandising.
Right.
All right, well, let's see. What's next on our list? Okay,
Glassware?
yes. Next is one that I think pretty much everyone can agree on. And I'm going to screen share. We had a lot of people in the event comments who said Tiku is the best thing to do. So I'm going to screen share what this looks like. And I'm doing that right now. All right, so tell me what you think about that.
They're beautiful.
Yeah, they're lovely.
It looks like it would hold the aroma well, because I know that's a big thing. Isn't that why we don't use pint glasses? Because it
That's
like
right.
releases all the aromas or something.
Yes. Yep.
All right, so this looks like it would trap all the aromas and keep the character of the beer very well. So this is the kind of thing. Now I don't know how much these cost. I can't really see it. I think it says $0, which would be awesome.
They're pretty expensive.
Yeah, they're not $0.
Okay, I'm looking. Oh, this is talking about quantity. Okay, quantity 72 plus. I can't read that. Can y'all read that?
What's the
They're
website?
$8.30.
I thought I was screen sharing. How much?
$8.30 if you order 72 or more, and that's one color.
Ooh, and that's per glass?
Yes.
I don't know if that comes.
We'd have to sell them for $15 just to cover freight.
Yep.
So I don't even know.
We're a nonprofit.
I know. I don't even know if that comes with the etching with the logo on it. It doesn't say. We'll have to look into that.
It's one color logo.
All right. Well, all right. I'm gonna stop screen sharing and I'm going to mute myself. But while I'm muted, y'all talk about if you think this would be cost effective.
I'll pay good money for a.
yeah, I'd pay good money for it.
Yeah.
And glasses are a great thing. I think that's a great thing to have with your logo on it.
On the business side of it,
everybody can use them.
$8 and some change is quite a bit of an investment to put in and not know if we would be able to sell them.
Right.
Like I said,
wouldn't have to start out with, we wouldn't have to pick the top of the line stuff for sure. We could go a little bit cheaper.
Yeah, I'd probably go with something like a snifter or tulip that's still more money, but not as much.
Better than a pint glass, but we don't need to go top of the line to start out, right out the gate.
Yeah.
Or you get a small group of people to buy a set amount so that you get some cash up front.
Yeah, if you get people to commit, I just know, like, here with my Girls Pint Out group, everybody's like, oh, I want a t-shirt, and I'm like, all right, well, can you give me the $15 and I can get, some orders in, and then I can buy them, and nobody wants to commit.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you got to do it like a Kickstarter or something like that, where you're, we need this amount of money to actually make a run of good glasses. This is how much it's going to cost, and it's out of everything we've talked about so far, it's the thing that everyone can use, and we don't have to worry about style. We don't have to worry about fit. We don't have to worry about men versus women or whatever, or personal taste. It's just, here's a nice glass.
Yes.
And that's
a huge
benefit.
As long as it's not a shaker pint, right?
Yeah, no shaker pint.
We don't want the wrath of Gil.
I'm not sure what a shaker pint is because I'm behind the times.
It's the regular pint glass that you see.
The thing they serve Miller Lite in is what you're saying.
And it's not preferred because of the shape of it. It lets out all the aroma. If I'm getting it correctly, it releases everything that you want to keep in the beer. Whereas something like this is what we're drinking in, and this I would think would trap the aroma pretty well.
It does. It's got a great nose. Just stick your nose in there.
Yeah. And those are a nice glass, too.
I know for me, if I were putting it together and trying to decide how to market something or if I wanted to make some money on merchandise, I would go with glasses first. Just because it's something that I don't have to worry about how many smalls, mediums, larges, etc. do I buy, what colors. You have one thing and it's utilitarian.
Exactly.
And I like your idea about a Kickstarter. What, Vicki?
I was just agreeing with Jaimee.
I think we lost Ashley.
Yeah, I was saying, I think a Kickstarter would be great.
Okay. I think that's a good idea because if someone contributes, they can get a glass out of it. They're already paying for what they want, so there's no question of why am I donating. They're donating to get something, a glass. And that would give us money so that we could order these.
Yeah.
I think that would be, yeah.
On top of it, most Kickstarters have like lower levels where you just get information or you get a sticker or something really small for donating a little bit of money, which pretty much means I don't know how much it costs to make a big bunch of stickers, but I know we have them. So you donate $1, you get a sticker, and you're on the mailing list or whatever, and that's pretty much a free dollar. I think that doing a Kickstarter for this, especially if the glasses were going to be good, and we were able to say, okay, and the other thing about a Kickstarter is if you don't make your money, nobody pays anything.
No,
so
nobody.
If the goal is we're making high-end glasses with the logo, and the goal is to make X amount of money to be able to do that, then you just, you need to make sure that you're pricing smartly so that, like, the person who donates $10 for a glass, you can actually afford to give them that glass for that price if the Kickstarter works back.
I think another thing that Kristen didn't bring up, but I was thinking of is growlers with our logo on it.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Since we're
it's a great idea.
It's a good idea.
You can take your growler and have it filled up, and then they see our logo on it. I think that's another idea to kick around.
Yeah, that's clever.
And I also think it's good because they tend to be sturdier, they're thicker, and so there's less chance they'll break in transit.
And then there's also different, you don't have to do glass, stainless steel also, which can also be used as an awesome water bottle.
I like that because then they won't break at all.
Yeah.
I like that. What's that look for, Jaimee?
Do you know how many growlers I've broken? Like a million of them.
She said stainless steel.
Oh, stainless steel. I'm sorry.
Stainless steel. Yeah, that's why I said that way it won't break.
No, it can't break. It's actually, and that's very sustainable and so forth. I'm sorry, dropping. Trying not to drop.
That's okay. And like Vicki said, it can be used for other things too.
Yep.
Yeah, water and the rest of it. That's a great idea.
I like that. And that way, if the cop stops you, you can say it's a water bottle. You can say, what? This is a water bottle? What do you mean? This isn't an open container. What are you talking about? I'm going to my garden club.
How dare you, sir?
Oh, be like, I'm going to my co-op, and I'm going to water my plants with my Westbrook Goza. That's what I'm going to water it with.
I think that would end poorly too.
In an ideal scenario, I won't be stopped by a cop.
So, did we have any other merchandise, or did we hit all the high points?
Well, we hit basically the high notes. I can't talk. Kristen had mentioned sunglasses. She said that if we could find a unisex, she think they'd be tasteful. Now, where do you think we could put a logo on sunglasses?
They go on the side.
Okay, kind of like the alligators did back when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My son has, I think he's got Lagunitas or Green Flash sunglasses.
Oh.
Yep.
Well, that's something we could think of, like if we ever do like a Florida surge, like Florida push, we can be like, let's celebrate living in Florida and get some sunglasses and, a t-shirt or whatever. So, maybe that's for in the future when we got more money. No?
Yeah, probably.
I'm anti-sunglass. I'm anti-sunglass.
You don't like sunglasses?
Well, I mean, first of all, and I'll point out, Lola's the only one of us that doesn't wear glasses.
Oh, I have contacts.
Right. So you can wear sunglasses.
Yeah.
But I can't wear sunglasses that aren't prescription, so it's kind of.
But if we're talking
I
about
would never use them or buy them or.
That
If you're talking about promotional. I don't know. I think we can do. Nice job, Amber Patzlaff.
We've got a comment. I'm going to mute myself. Somebody read it.
Hydro Flask makes an awesome stainless insulated growler with a small minimum order. They also make water bottles.
Exciting.
Hydro Flask. I know. That's great.
Yep. When Arizona changed their growler laws, a lot of breweries started offering the stainless steel ones because they're lighter than glass. You can take them out camping or whatever, and you don't have to worry about breaking it. And you can also, like I said, double them as an awesome water bottle. You get the 32-ounce one.
I think we've got a consensus.
Yeah, definitely. This is awesome. I want a 32-ounce one.
I do too. Well, that's all Jaimee and I can have. Either that or 128-ounce.
Well, and it's purple, so it automatically wins.
Purple is awesome.
Woo.
I love purple. Look at Jamie's face. That's how I feel.
It wins.
I want a purpose stainless steel growler.
Now, can I get purple and our logo on it is the question.
Our logo with our Girls Pint logo.
That'd be nice.
I think we've got a consensus. Are we in agreement?
Yes.
Sure.
What about Jaimee? What does Jaimee think?
Oh, Jaimee loves this plan. Jaimee's in.
Stainless steel.
Jaimee will buy one of each side.
I would love to take
Maybe
a
not
purple
purple.
stainless steel growler to a local brewery to get it filled up. I would love to.
And then they see our logo?
If we're doing online ordering,
That would make a statement for sure.
Jaimee, I can't hear you.
I was worried I was muted.
Okay.
We can be flexible in the color, and if we do online ordering, somebody who wants purple can get purple. Somebody who wants just stainless steel color can get that.
Yeah.
That's actually a really great way to move forward. I wonder too if that's something that we could, at some of our local places, we could donate a few of our stainless steel growlers with our logo on them to local breweries to, dispense.
Yeah, I'm not sure about where you guys are, but in Tucson, places that fill growlers display growlers from other breweries, kind of like a collection.
Yeah, like a collection.
Yeah.
So for promotional purposes, we could donate a few for different bars to display.
Yep.
That sounds like a
It's a
great
good idea.
All right.
Good idea.
I'll tell you what, I will spearhead this project. This will be our project for 2015. How does that sound?
That sounds awesome.
All right. Now,
I'm for that.
Huh?
I'm for that.
All right. That sounds awesome. Now, Ashley, I think you're the only business major. Am I right about that?
I am a business major, yes. I got
All
my
right.
degree in business administration.
That's
Woohoo!
That's effing awesome. Ashley, if you don't mind, I would like your input, and by that I mean, all of your talent and wisdom and everything, successful as possible.
Yeah, it's gonna go great. I think we'll do well with it.
I think this is
I
great.
think so too.
All right, we've got a project for 2015.
Woohoo!
All right, and with that, I think I'm going to give everyone's ears a rest, and I'm going to get out of this hangout. So let's go ahead and wrap this up. Is there anything else the lovely ladies would like to add?
That's it.
That's it.
All right, how about let's do one final cheer.
Cheers.
And Ashley, you can cheer in spirit. All right, thank you from Craft Beer Nation. This is Lola Laracy, Victoria Perigin, Jaimee Driscoll, and Ashley Bauer.